Saw the final chapter. This is an interesting one. This is the seventh one in the Saw films, and this is when Jigsaw's long gone. But basically, saw the final chapter, which was also released in 3D, released by Lionsgate, October 29th, 2010, starring Betsy Russell and as a cool cameo by Chester Bennington of Linkin Park, who's now dead. Rest in peace. But yeah, he has an interesting cameo. I'll talk about that in a bit. And it was directed by Kevin Greentert, or Greutert, sorry, who has also done Saw 6 and Jezebel, to name a few films that he's done. At a budget of $17 million, and it made over $136.1 million at the box office. So, the Saw franchise has been quite the profitable franchise, for horror, anyways. And Saw the final chapter, you see Jill, Jigsaw's widow, seek protection and help from the police after she tries to kill Mark, and then Mark goes on, tries to retaliate, and then takes on a lot of his close colleagues in this one and that. Now, the big thing with this film is, well, everyone complains about the blood being pink, so I don't think I really need to talk about that. But I didn't find it that different. Like, wasn't that big of a deal for me. It's still a good gory mess of it. The first Saw trip was cool. It was pretty cool. They filmed most of this, I think, in Toronto too. It's like the opening scene was for sure done in Toronto, and I think most of it was filmed there, here in Toronto. But yeah, anyways, yeah. So basically, the traps in this film are a little bit dumb for the most part. Like, it's more like you choose who lives, and then someone has to die either way, which becomes a little more cynical, I guess you could say, and a little more redundant almost, because the first half of the Saw series was more like you you've done bad, and you've done bad, and you learn it shows you how bad you've done. You have to correct your choices, basically. But yeah, this one was more like, oh, these two people like hurt your feelings or something like that. Which one do you want to live? And it was, the writing was a little poor on this. The acting was like a TV made from TV movie type acting. It was pretty awful. I didn't get to see it in 3D, but I heard 3D was okay for it. Some of the traps were interesting and amusing. Definitely Chester Bennington's cameo appearance was pretty sick. His death scene is by far my favorite one, where they're basically like a Nazi party, and then modern Nazi party, and they're basically, yeah, getting tortured. Basically, he's sewn to the seat of a car, and he has to try to get out and hit a button, and his girlfriend's like underneath the back tire, where it'll spin real fast, or a machine will push down the gas pedal. The car will fall and crush his face, and then it goes in reverse and smashes into his friend, and then as he tries to move away, it goes, and then it goes forward and smashes through the garage door, which another one of his friends is smashed into a wall, and he goes through the windshield. That's by far one of the most amusing parts of this whole film. It was good fitting, and you finally get to see like the reverse bear trap happen and stuff. But so they had to go this way, I think, with the way the story was presented and stuff. But they could have done a lot more with the $17 million. I thought this one was kind of like just playing it safe, and yeah. And it turns out it wasn't the final chapter. They put out one more, which I'll review later on in the future. But yeah, saw the final chapter. Overall, it was amusing. Gave what you came to expect. It gives you like what you expect. Some good, like, interesting traps. Some really stupid traps where he has to walk around planks where he hangs himself. Stupid stuff like that. But sometimes you have to go the basic route, right? But yeah, overall, it's middle of the line for me for this one. This one, I'm probably gonna give it like a 3 out of 5, because just that they definitely could have expanded the characters a little bit more and add a little more emotion to it. This one was just like everything you were expecting happened, and it happened, and that's that. So it's too generic of a finale. I think they could have done it a lot more better, but it's still decent. It's good, like, conclusion for the time of the Saw series. The seventh one, it was pretty, still not bad. Still not as bad as like 5 or 6, I'd say. Those ones were hit and miss. So yeah, saw the final chapter. It's all right. uh, Definitely want to check it in 3D though. So yeah, trailer's linked down below as always. If you haven't seen it, you want to see what I'm talking about, it's linked down below. Also, my Instagram's always linked down below. I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future, and hope I have other weird stuff on there. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's linked down below. Yeah, make sure you like this video, comment down below if you've seen this. Let me know what you thought. Is your opinions the same as mine, or do you absolutely hate this film or something? I'd love to hear about it. And yeah, if you have any other films that you want to hear my opinions on, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can. And yeah, make sure you subscribe and share this if you really want to. But yeah, this one's been out for a little while, so I'm sure most people have seen it. Yeah, but now I'm getting pretty tired of the Saucy. Well, I've watched pretty much all of them except for Jigsaw, but I'm going to leave that one for a little bit. I'm kind of more in the mood for something a little more action oriented than it, but cheesy. So I'll be coming back with another random weird review from Shudder. So definitely subscribe so you don't miss that. I'll see you in the next review.